Next, I am going to present a case study on the topic Garner versus Murray. This case study is related to dissolution of partnership. That is, dissolution of partnership means discontinuing the business under the name of the said partnership firm. That is, in this case, all liabilities are finally settled, and by selling off assets or transferring them to a particular partner, setting all the accounts that existed with the partnership firm. So, dissolution of partnership means the firm closes down its operations and comes to an end. On the dissolution of the firm, the assets of the firm are sold and liabilities are paid off. The balance, if any, is paid to the partner in settlement of their account. If there is shortfall in meeting outside liabilities, it is met by the partners from their private assets. From such settlement, Garner versus Murray rule is to be applied. When a partner is unable to contribute fully or partially, the debit balance appearing in his capital account, the portion of his debit balance which is unable to contribute is known as insolvency. Next, we are here the assets and liabilities of a particular partnership firm is given, and the Garner's capital and Murray's capital is given, and deficiency of capital is 500 and loss realization is 300 and Williams capital is 200. Here, suppose the balance of the firm is as follows. The deficiency of the capital rupees 300 being realization loss is divided among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Deficiency is shown here as realization loss as 300, and this is divided in the among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Then each partner contributes to the assets an equal share of the deficiency rupees 100 each. After this done, the assets then available for rupees 800, that is 300 minus 500 plus the debit balance of 200 in the capital account of the William. In actual practice, the matter is worked out on the basis of the notional cash contribution by Garner and the Murray, so that William pays rupees 300, and out of the amount of 500 plus 300, Garner takes 500 and Murray takes 300. Here the Garner versus Murray case, Garner, Murray and Williams were equal partners with unequal capitals. The assets of the firm on dissolution, after satisfying all the liabilities to creditors and advance from partners, was insufficient to repay the capital in full. There was a deficiency of rupees 635 and the capital account of Williams showed the debit balance of rupees 263. Nothing could be recovered from Williams owing to insolvency. Here, the decision of the case is the solvent partners are only liable to make good their share of deficiency, and that of the remaining assets should be divided among them in the proportion of their capital. The solvent partner should contribute to the deficiency of capital in cash of their share only. The net effect is that the deficiency of capital of the solvent partner get distributed among the solvent partners in the ratio of their agreed capital. Here, main the criticism of this case is that it does not apply when the firm is having only two partners. It considers only the book capital of the partners, ignoring the private assets of the solvent partners. If a partner contributed more capital than that of the other partners, he will have to bear more burden than the other partners who had contributed less capital. If a partner having zero capital balance or debit balance will not have to bear the deficiency of the insolvent partner. Introduction of cash by the solvent partners to make good their share of loss or realization is unnecessary when the balance of capital accounts of the solvent partners are sufficient to bear the deficiency of insolvent partner. And this rule, the applicability of Garner versus Rule Murray in India is Section 48 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 is similar to the Section 44 of the Indian Capital Act, Great Britain. Garner versus Murray is applicable only when there is no agreement between the partners for sharing the deficiency in capital account of insolvent partner. Realization loss should be divided in the profit sharing ratio in the usual manner. The solvent partner should bring in cash to make good the loss on realization. Final debit balance of insolvent partners should be distributed among the solvent partners in proportion in their last agreed capital. A solvent partner having debit balance in capital account will not share and due to insolvency of a partner. To be conclude, we can say that it is not just unjust and inequitable law to ask a partner with larger capital to bear the larger portion of the loss. Psychologically, the partner with less capital will not react unfavorably. This is all about Garner versus Murray case study. Thank you.